Alright, so in the first video we saw how easy it is to set up the multi-monitors, and in the second part we will go over a few other features and see how it looks like when we have a bit more complex tournament setup, like when we're tracking players. So let's go and start our tracking players tournament setup. And first thing we do is, of course, we will gonna go and set up our connection. So the left screen will again be our master computer, and we will generate a master key, get to the second computer and set it as a client, receive the master key, and copy over our response key back to the master computer to successfully connect those two devices. Perfect. So now we have a tournament which actually uses player tracking, so we can't just increase and decrease players like in the first video. We need to provide names. So let's go and try to start a tournament, and as you can see, UHT will now tell me that I need at least 3 players because I defined 3 winning places in the settings. So let's go ahead and add 5 players here to our list and close the window. And as you can see, as soon as I close the window, the state is already mirrored on the second screen, and we have now 5 entrants with 5 players left. Alright, let's go ahead and start the tournament, and the clock begins. So now, let's say some time has passed, we are already in level 3, and now the first player busts. We go to the player overview and click on bust player, and as you can see, I get a notification on the other monitor that the player was eliminated and which player it was. And after a few seconds, this message will disappear by itself. So if we wait a few seconds, it should be gone now. Perfect. So this is how notifications are done with UHT when it's connected to a master computer. Since we don't see on our client screens when on the master screen the admin is interacting with the window, we only see the results. So whenever something happens here, like for example a player re-enters, we will get a notification on our client window that some player re-entered the tournament or busted, for example. Okay, so let's pause the tournament here and go to the tournament settings and also enable bounties. Let's, for example, say it's a standard bounty, save changes, and as you can see now, unfortunately our connection is gone, but it stays connected here. So let's see if we could re-establish the connection, or is it really gone? Oh, we need to add some players because we resetted our tournaments, and perfect, the connection still remains, even though there was a pop-up here. Sometimes the window manages to reclaim the connection and to restore it back to working state. So you can always see here when it says connected, so everything should be fine, even though you received a different pop-up here. Okay, so now we have bounties enabled, and as soon as I now bust a player, I of course have to choose which player will receive the bounty. Let's say Anonymous 1 will receive the bounty, and as soon as I confirm it, you will also get a pop-up here on the second screen showing you that which player was eliminated, who eliminated this player, and how big the bounty was that was paid out to the player. Okay, so this is for the usual bounties. And the last thing I want to show you is if we change again our tournament to mystery bounties. Well, you can see here we also got disconnected for a short moment, but then the connection was restored again, so everything is okay. And now we will also create a few players, start the tournament, so everything is resynced again and both displays run on the same information. We will go ahead and skip a few levels until we reach the end of the late registration. So now we will have to define our mystery bounties. I will just go with the three proposed here and apply the configured bounties. As you can see, those bounties also will be shown here on the other screen. And this time, this is the only screen where somebody actually has to press close on it. So now we can continue with the next level. And whenever now a player is busted, they will receive a mystery bounty. And of course, other players, maybe in another room, also want to know which prize it was or which mystery bounty got drawn. So they will also be displayed with this information. So if I now bust the player and tell Anonymous 1 to receive the bounty, I will see that on the other screen I also get notified about this prize. And this will also close itself after a few seconds and the game can continue. So even though the master screen has all the controls and sees every information, the other screen will, or all the other client screens will also receive all relevant informations like players busting, re-entering, or getting bounties. So all the other clients are not left out in the dark and only see those numbers here refresh. Okay, so this is also relevant. And one last thing I want to mention is that even though the information that is displayed on the client displays is always the same as on the master one, we can still go ahead and modify our display. So if, for example, this client display was a much smaller display in comparison to the master display, we maybe wouldn't want to display some informations a bit bigger. So we can go ahead into our tournament controls and maybe increase the size of the timer. We want to have bigger names, and so we can actually read prizes and bounties. Tournament name, blinds, okay. So as you can see here, we have updated here our screen, and now it is much more readable, and still all the other informations are pushed over through our master connection. We can also go ahead and disable sounds, because all the sound events which are played on the master screen will of course also be played on the client screens. So for example, if you configured sound announcements, you will also get the sound announcement on your client screens as well. All right, so this was basically it for me. I hope you will have a lot of fun with these multi-monitor setups and can create some nice, big and room distributed tournaments. See you around. Bye.